Hey everybody, hope everyone's doing well and had a good day. This is a recap of the Emini 5-minute chart for Thursday, February 27th, 2025. This will just be a brief recap where we look at the whole chart as a whole and talk about the major breakouts and second legs. So to start off today, we had a gap up and then we had a big sell-off down to bar 7. If we just look back at the context and think about the bars to the left, we had this sell-off from bar 34 yesterday down to 56, and that could be seen as one big bear breakout. And then we had a 2 or 3-legged pullback, and if I remember correctly, when I measured it this morning, this pullback from the low to this high divided by the distance from this high to this low, I believe it was about 82%. That's a deep pullback, and that's disappointing for the bears who sold down here. That's going to create support down here. This rally was strong enough for a second leg sideways to up, and the market is more likely at this point in a trading range than a strong bear trend. So big breakout, deep pullback, possible second leg trap on the open. And you know that opening reversals are common, so it's before bar 8. We have a good-looking bear breakout, but no matter how strong it looks, it could be a sell vacuum test of support, and the market can reverse, and that's what happened today. Bad momentum on 7, big tail, then a doji on bar 8. Everybody gave up, everybody bought. Bears selling momentum, buying back shorts, and aggressive bulls buying at support. So then we rallied up to bar 11. Big down, big up, big confusion because the bears should get a second leg down, but now the bulls should get a second leg up. And this repeats in here. This becomes really minor. But there's a breakout from the high of bar. There's a sell-off from the high of bar 11 down to bar 14. And this bear breakout should get a second leg. And sure enough, the market pulled back and they got a second leg. But in here, it was also interesting. This rally traps traders. We have bears selling all the way down, selling pullbacks on the way up. Let's say you sold above bar 6. It's a decent bear bar closing near its low. And the odds are the first reversal will be minor. But instead, we had a really deep pullback. And this traps traders. And you also have breakout. There's a pause, a smaller bar on 10, so a possible spike in climax bull trend on a smaller time frame. This creates support at the bar 10 low and the bar 6 high. And sure enough, when we retested that price, we rallied for a brief second leg up for the bulls. So those who were trapped on the close of 11 were able to get out at break even during 14. And then we got a second leg down for the bears because of these disappointed bulls. Bulls buy the close here, trapped into a losing position. Bears don't sell against this. The bears get a decent move, strong enough for a second leg, but they didn't sell. So they're trapped out, and now the bears and bulls are both looking to sell a deep pullback up here. So everybody sells up here. We get a second leg down. The problem with two-legged moves in trading ranges is that they often reverse, and second leg traps are common. So 17 and 18 actually looks better than 12 and 13. Smaller tails, big tail below bar 13. These bars are at least closer in size. 12 and 13 are very different in terms of their range. But 17 and 18 is a second leg down after a strong rally. So this might be a second leg trap. Also, was bar 14 enough of a second leg after this rally? I'm not sure. You often get a quick second leg for scalpers to make a profit, and then a complex pullback, meaning a couple of legs, 1, pullback, 2, and then this complex pullback becomes a high 2 for the bulls, and then the bulls get their better second leg. The second leg still wasn't great. It's really smaller than the first rally, but we did retest the high close once again. But the bulls did fail to get one tick above bar 11. So some unfortunate bull who bought the high tick of bar 11, obviously they are trapped into a losing position, and they might scale in and buy more above the high 2. And that might be above bar 18, that might be above bar 20, but that bull might be so disappointed that they just look to exit at their average entry price around here. And then again, the problem with second legs in a trading range. 1, pull back. 2, it's a second leg up for the bulls, but we're still in the sell below bar 2. Big, strong sell-off, deep pullback, but like I said, it might just be a pullback, not a reversal. So we're still getting lower highs, and now we have a bear breakout, or I should say reversal and follow through 23, 24. Pretty good context for the bears because this sell-off should get a second leg. This is leg 1 after 2 legs up. It's a double top. Every double top is a low 2. Low 1, low 2. And so the context here is pretty good that the bears will likely get a second leg down and test somewhere down here, whether that's the low of bar 7, the close of 7, the high of bar 8, somewhere down here where traders were trapped. We're probably going to come back down here, but when we do, there's likely support. It's like I just said for this sell-off. Big sell-off, but then a deep pullback creates support. This blue line is yesterday's low. So like I just said here, big sell-off, deep pullback, second leg, but there's support. It's the same thing here. Big sell-off, deep pullback, second leg down, but now there is support. Look at the approach. 1, pullback. 2, pause. 3, or you could even say 1, 2, pause. 3, pause. 4. This is a third or fourth leg down to bar 34, and it even subdivided into 2 legs. 1, pause, 2. So you're at support, it's a late leg, you're low in a trading range. Not ideal to be selling down here. This sell-off, it's a tight bear channel. It's a breakout on a higher time frame. It should probably get a second leg, but it's already a second or third leg for the bears. Maybe 1, 2, 3. Or if the count resets here, 1, 2. So 35, 36, 37, 3-bar bull micro channel. Really good context for the bulls. This is probably the best looking breakout, or I shouldn't say that, but it's one of the best breakouts of the day, considering the physical appearance of the breakout, but also the context. Like I said, late leg, nested late leg, 1, 2, and it's leg 3 or 4 down here. Reversal and follow through, and more follow through. This is a bull bar, 37. The odds are, even with the deep pullback, this is a leg 1 breakout. It'll probably get a second leg. From my research, there's a 77% chance a leg 1 in a trading range gets a second leg, even if there's a deep pullback like there was here. And in general, I think about 75%. If the pullback retraces 75% of the breakout, then I may look to exit at break even. But if I remember correctly, here, this was a 68% pullback of this rally. And because of that, I'm willing to hold for a little bit longer. So, second leg up, likely, deep pullback, and now we have a big up, big down, big confusion. You have to compare the strength of the bull breakout to the bear breakout. The bull breakout is stronger. The context is better. This was at the bottom of a trading range. This bear breakout is also at the bottom of a trading range. You don't want to be selling in the buy zone of a trading range. Also, deep pullbacks are common after breakouts, especially in trading ranges. And not only that, but in this particular situation, and I haven't done a deep study on this, but I do know that the bar before outside bars often gets retested. So traders sell above 34, trapped on 36. If they scale in, use a wide stop, they could avoid a loss. We retest that breakout point, and there's support. We get a micro double bottom. So the bulls get their second leg, which subdivided into 2 or 3 legs, spike and channel, but now we're testing resistance. The bulls are losing momentum. We're testing a breakout point. Traders who bought below bar 22, 4 or 5 bar bull micro channel, buying below a bull bar, trapped on the breakout, exiting. If you bought here, you're exiting your longs on the retest, and if you missed the sell, you're looking for a deep pullback. Remember, tight bear channel, it's a breakout. Traders are looking for a deep pullback to sell. 1, pullback, 2, second leg subdivided into 2 or 3 legs, so reasonable area to look to sell. But it didn't really become, it was confusing in here, and it really didn't become high probability until somewhere in here, maybe 57. It's a contracting triangle. And it's interesting, it's really nested. If we look at let's just look at the 15-minute over here. And I'm not sure how clear I can make it. But the point I'm trying to make is that there's a contracting triangle within a contracting triangle, which makes sense. You're getting lower highs, higher lows. This was a couple days ago. This is the 15-minute chart. Doesn't matter that we can't see the bars. We can see the general shape. The market's getting squeezed into a midpoint, and what we're looking at in here is somewhere in here. So I thought that was interesting. So we get a breakout of the triangle, and because of the regime, the market regime, bigger picture, always in direction, it's been more bearish. And even if we zoom out even more, this entire bull channel is just a bear flag. So there's probably a slightly higher probability that this trading range breaks out to the downside. It's not overwhelmingly bearish in here, but it probably is slightly more bearish. Also, this sell-off on the open is still probably going to get a second leg, and I'm not sure if that was enough. So we start to get the sell-off down to bar 57, become sell to close, clearly always in short here, if not somewhere up here. So the odds are this is going to get a second leg down. Weak reversal attempt, probably minor, sellers above. We get another strong bear breakout. Maybe it's leg 2, maybe even leg 3, depending on how you count. Maybe it's leg 2 here, 1, 2, or 1. Complex pullback 2. But strong enough breakout, it probably resets the count to some degree. So still minor reversal likely, probably getting a second leg down and going at least a little bit lower. So minor reversal, another bear breakout, follow through. This will probably get a second leg. And then we got lots of overlap, sort of a spike in channel into the end of the day. Alright, that's all the time I have for today's video. Thanks everybody for watching. Really appreciate it. And I hope everyone has a good night.